everyone, and thank you for participating in my conferences and meeting. Today, we are going to be talking about hand sanitizer and everything you need to know, especially about the different alcohol that we actually have and the potential harm that some of them can actually do. So this class is sponsored by Alaska Products. We're very proud to say that we do have a whole family of hand sanitizer, spray, gel, and of course now we have the new surface disinfectant, in which we're very proud of. So Alaska is really our sponsor today. We are Derme&Co, so we manufacture organic, we're one of the largest manufacturers of organic certified formulation, personal care, skin care. Our brand that you must have seen, Nelly Dever's brand known worldwide, Druid Laboratoire, Druid Biolove, as well as Alaska Products. We are proud to also be the distributor of Physiodermie, and we have other equipment products, lasers, and platinum equipment. So basically we do, how did we start this business of disinfectant? Most of companies, believe it or not, in Canada alone, there's more than 3,000 companies that came out with a new disinfectant. About a year ago, as you know, we sell mostly our products to professional, medical spas, hospitals, clinic, and in one division, and of course consumer good on the other division. But on the clinical division, we started to do research and development on a hand sanitizer that would be not harmful for the hands. So over years of research, we came out with a formulation that we then in Canada, you will learn a little later, that we have to apply for an NPN, a license. In other words, all sanitizers, like in US, we have to apply for a drug license. And so it takes time, and believe it or not, in this case with Alaska, it took more than 9 months, and only at the beginning of March, we received our license. But years of research went beyond that product because, as clinician, nurse practitioner, or nurse overall, in the professional medical field or estheticians, they always have to use hand sanitizers, even between manicures or between pedicures, between waxing. So this is a product that was supposed to be created for these professionals that are using a hand sanitizer every day and many times per day. So we're proud to say that this is the Derme company that really initiated the Alaska Products brand. But now you're here with me to understand a little bit about what are all the possibilities with hand sanitizers. So first of all, how do you choose a good hand sanitizer? And I'm going to focus with alcohol-based hydroalcoholic sanitizers. And the reason I want to focus with alcohol is it's safer. Not all types of alcohol, and you're going to find out that ethyl alcohol. So ethyl alcohol is the safest and the most used and more environment friendly. But we're going to talk a little bit about isopropylic alcohol. It doesn't mean that it's not as good or other chemicals. It's just that it's so harmful and drying for the skin. So I would like to focus with things that are, of course, products or ingredients that are healthy and especially sustainable for our environment. So what you should look for as the first step, if you're Canadian watching this presentation, you have to look for an NPN. NPN stands for Natural Health Product. Natural health products are actually licensed, provided by our government, Health Canada, and you have to apply in order to get that drug license. So it has to go and make sure that the product has the efficacy. So this is the norms. And in FDA, you have to apply for an NDC product. So if you're a consumer and you're buying if you're in Canada, you want to look for the NPN number on the label. If you're in the US, you want to look for the NDC product registration on the website of FDA to make sure that, yes, it is registered, and who is it that's actually manufacturing it? Because you'll find out that it's important to know where is the source, where is it been manufactured. So the second thing you want to make sure is, of course, the content, the amount of alcohol in volume in your product. So according to Health Canada and FDA, a good disinfectant has to vary between 60 to 80% in order to kill the germs. So a good hand sanitizer has to have a minimum in volume of, for example, ethyl alcohol or isopropylic alcohol of 60 to 80% content in volume. So you want to make sure that the manufacturer that produces it also, consider to have that amount in volume. You have to also know the brands because, of course, unfortunately, there's a lot of imported goods from Canada and in the US that it's coming from every country. And the legislation worldwide, I mean, we have to say we're very lucky in Canada that Health Canada has the strictest, the most vigorous control when it discusses about health goods or health products. So we're very happy to say that, yes, Health Canada we have to have a site that where you manufacture, it has what we call a certified site by Health Canada for a good manufacturing practice, which is the GMP. So you have to have a GMP site in order to produce that kind of product. The same thing in the United States. If you are a manufacturer, the manufacturer you choose has to be a certified facility. And then, of course, where it's made, and the laboratoire we talked about with the good practice, and make sure that the hand sanitizer that you're using doesn't have that kind of old yogurt or expired yogurt smell. Why? Because you'll find out that there's a lot of debris, a lot of impurities in some of the alcohol that has been fermented. And unfortunately, those debris, those impurities may affect your health on the long run. And so one simple way as a consumer, you smell the disinfectant and you say, I'm talking about hand sanitizer. So you smell it and you say, oh, it doesn't smell strong like old yogurt, then it should be in the safe side. Now we have to check if there's enough percentage of volume of alcohol in order to act as a good disinfectant. So the different types of alcohol disinfectant that we find the ethyl alcohol. So we have the food grade, it's actually food chemical codex. So you have to have at least a minimum of 94.9% of pure alcohol when you first buy it as a manufacturer. So that's what's key. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they get confused. They think the higher the percentage on the label of the hand sanitizer, the better it is. But the reality is no, it's not that, because if it's high, it won't protect you. So you need a certain content of water in order for those bacteria, for viruses to be attracted in order to be caught by the hand sanitizer or to destroy it. So it's important to have a certain quality of alcohol. And so the fermentation and of course distillation is key to eliminate all those bad impurities that may be harmful for your health. So food grade is fine as long as your COA, your certificate of analysis when you're a producer, that passes the test, that doesn't have those methanol, certain ingredients that are very dangerous for your health. So 94.9. The second one is ethyl alcohol, which is USP, United States Pharmacopoeia, which actually guarantee the content of purity. So it's more like a pharmaceutical grade. You don't have those impurities, and usually it starts at 95% when we talk about ethyl alcohol. So it's a pharmaceutical grade and also used in medication. And of course, isopropylic alcohol, I'm not going to talk much about it because, it's effective. So, I'm not against it. It's just for your hands. As you know, your skin needs to be healthy at all time in order to protect you in any, at all time. So therefore, isopropylic alcohol may cause some irritation. It's a chemical, it's not sustainable product, so we're not going to focus on that. As you know, we're all about sustainability. So this is where we're going to focus on. And so the technical alcohol is what's been available for a lot of companies to offer to their clients as a hand sanitizer, as there was a law that was permitted by our governments to say, okay, you could use technical alcohol because we don't have enough supply of USP or FCC, which is food grade alcohol, ethyl alcohol. So the negative of this is that, yes, maybe it helped for the demand, but what about your health? That's the one that smells very bad. So it means that you have a lot of impurities in it, and impurities is not healthy. And this is why Health Canada and FDA has put a warrant, and I pulled out the Health Canada link here, that it is a risk for a pregnant woman to use a hand sanitizer that's technical on a repetitive application. The same thing, it's forbidden to use it for children. So anything that smells bad, usually that's a sign, so try to stay away from this type of hand sanitizer. So remember, a USP, this is what we use in Alaska, of course, USP, pharmaceutical grade, but again, food grade alcohol is also good, but the higher the impurity of the actual ethyl alcohol, the better it is, so you don't have these impurities in it. So it's not recommended to use the technical grade, even though it is permissible to use it. And again, avoid using on pregnancy as well as children. You have to see this on the label. In Canada, you have to, Health Canada oblige the manufacturer to put on the label not to use for pregnancy when you're pregnant, of course, and or for children. But unfortunately, those industrial companies, you know, retailers, they buy some products, they look at price often a lot more than quality. And you end up in restaurants and other places, they buy some technical alcohol. So if you go from one store to another and you have this cumulative effect on your hands, I would recommend to bring your own sanitizer and, you know, show your brand and say, this is the hand sanitizer that I trust. I do not trust this hand sanitizer, just for your own safety. And of course, you know, we need to make sure that we apply either a spray or gel. It doesn't matter the way that your form of product, a spray or liquid, it's fine as long as we use it on a regular basis. You know, and often we don't realize, sometimes some supermarket, they will clean where you put your hands. But often myself, I don't know about you, we take the basket from the other end. So you have to keep your hand sanitizer close by so you can always be protected. And the worst is I've stayed at a gas station for about an hour just watching how many people sanitize their hands, because most gas stations do not provide hand sanitizers. And one person after another goes and pick up, put their gas on in their car, and they don't clean, they don't use anything. I mean, we have to be extremely careful. So, you know, we should pay a little bit more attention. If you're not close to a sink to wash your hands, at least for 20 seconds in hot water, you should bring your hand sanitizer in order to protect you and protect others. And daily, you know, we go to the office, we go everywhere, we don't realize. We should be making sure, you know, the doorknob, everything that we touch, our computer, things that people can maybe touch or has passed before you, you know, even the bathroom, any public bathroom, you should disinfect, you know, the surface. Bring us at least alcohol, 70% alcohol with you in order to make sure, or surface disinfectant, in order to make sure that this has been cleansed. Don't trust others. And, you know, you can buy big gallons and refill in different bottles. I mean, in Alaska, we have a little small travel size bottle, but it doesn't matter. You can buy in big container. It's much, you know, it's more, we care about the environment, so it's more sustainable, and reuse your bottle to refill all the time. And it's fine, and plus you save money. Just make sure you carry it with you. Now, if we look at the skin, I mean, just a small point. First of all, our skin is there to protect us. And if it's not healthy, that means you are going to be exposed to anything, bacteria and, intruders. So we want to make sure your skin is healthy at all time. And part of our skin's microbiomes, right, our microbiota, I should say, we have microbiomes, so germs, fungi, all kinds of bacteria that makes our skin healthy. And we need these. And when we use disinfectant or surfactants or anything that, when we wash our hands, we are removing all this necessary bacteria that is there to protect us. So we always need to keep that in mind. So when we talk about formulation, it's important that all of this has been thought in consideration. So yes, in order to have efficacy, we have to have between 60 to 80% in volume of ethyl alcohol, right? We said that before, and we want that ethyl alcohol, remember, to be at least, I would recommend 95%. 94.9 or 0.6% FCC or USP grade, so that you don't have these impurity. But you want 70%. So again, don't be fooled by some labels that says 99% alcohol or disinfectant. Well, no, you need, or alcohol, sorry. You need a certain amount of water in order to be able to kill the bacteria and of course any forms of viruses. So we need to keep in mind that the skin needs to be healthy. and to moisturize, I mean, maybe you've never used a hand cream before, but I think part of your regimen now, because we use, we wash our hands all the time, and because we use hand sanitizer all the time, we have to take the good habit of using a good hand cream that will make a difference in your skin. And we need to make sure that in your hand sanitizer, in the formulation, it was always in consideration of your good bacteria, bad bacteria, in order to have that good symbiosis, that good balance in order to keep your skin healthy. And let's keep in mind that healthy skin is pH 5.5. So as soon as you remove all these impurities or bacteria or potential viruses, we need to make sure that we bring back that pH to a 5.5. That's why formulation is key, and product that you use on your skin is key. And of course, whenever you can, always think, we touch so many things, to disinfect or wash your hands many times per day. There is many television shows, reports that you can find online, as well as radio and newspaper that published on different articles about these information that you can always find online. But nevertheless, just a little quick, rewind a little bit. When we as manufacturer, we want to produce a hand sanitizer, the one thing is for sure is we have to test. We call it a certificate of analysis of the alcohol that we are going to be using. And that alcohol already has to be FCC or, again, USP. We use USP, which is 95% and higher. So when you have the USP method, we also have those specifications to not have any of these chemicals in a high content and a control environment in order to be healthy. Otherwise, those technical alcohol that are out there, and you'll be shocked to see in a few slides what I'm going to show you, they do have methanol, that causes endotoxins and neurotoxins. Acetaldehyde, I cannot pronounce that well in English, sorry, my French. Acetaldehyde, I can never pronounce it. You can just read it with me here. That also causes, cancer, neurotoxins, endotoxins. And I'm not saying that once you use it one time, you're going to catch it. But let's face it, if your skin is not healthy, your skin's pH is not healthy, and you use this ongoing, you should be considering, not to, basically, to save yourself and, in order to remain healthy. Some of these impurities have high dosage of benzene, acetone, ethyl acetate. The same thing with toluene. So those are chemicals that are bad for you. So it has to be measured in order not to affect your health. So unfortunately, Health Canada, as well as FDA, have found many manufacturers or people that just suddenly decided to create those hand sanitizers. Just overnight decided to say, hey, that's a huge business opportunity. Let me start making my hand sanitizer. And believe it or not, there's more than 102 recalls, and that was last week. 102 recalls with Health Canada. Whoops. FDA, you have so much content. They talk about how bad is some of the methanol found in some of these, unfortunately, products that are either imported or manufactured on site in the United States. So we have to be conscious. And I encourage you to see the FDA site and see how many. I found in the FDA site more than 200 recalls. So and it's ongoing. So there's so many companies, and I don't take just these ones. You see the distributors, you see the manufacturer, and they all have an NDC number. There's pages and pages. I just snapped, I took a picture of the first page. Doesn't mean that this is the only companies. There's so many out there. So I think it's important to know what we put on our skin and make sure, because our skin is permeable, because depending on who you are, and if it's always your hands are in the water and soap and using sanitizer, make sure you use the right brand. A product, we're proud to say that our corn, so our method, our ingredients, our alcohol, ethyl alcohol, is extracted from a corn. It's fermented and distilled 3 times in order to remove all these impurities. So it's a Canadian corn. We're very proud, and it's FDA. So we have every products we have a license. So in Canada, you have no choice to undergo. It's a little bit more strict. And then, of course, when we cross border, when we sell in the United States to hospitals, to the city of New York, we're very proud of, and many other states and cities that we're selling presently. You actually see the Alaska brand, but we have to have the registration on the FDA site. We have to apply, and we have to show that this is a conformed product. And of course, we don't work with any of the technical alcohol. We only work with USP pharmaceutical grade alcohol. So we're proud. And of course, formulation, you can make alcohol, you can make a hand sanitizer in your own kitchen. Anybody could do that, but it's all about formulation. So when you know the skin, I've been in the skin industry for 37 years. And when you know the skin and you work with formulators that understand the skin and the microbiomes and understand the functionality of the skin and not to go against it, it's important. So of course, it's this formulation with Alaska, we're using eucalyptus, and we use, of course, aloe vera, some vegetable glycerin. We really care about how it's actually, formulated with the right water as well. So all with a USP grade. So we talked about the fermentation, this distillation 3 times, and we have a 95%. And most important, we respect the environment. It's a sustainable product. Our laboratory is certified. So here in Canada, that's why a lot of people even from China want to purchase Canadian product over even European products in cosmetics and in cases of hand sanitizers because of our regulation with Health Canada. So it's one of the strictest. So we have to be licensed to operate a manufacturer. We need to be audited and licensed by Health Canada in order to make sure that everything we claim on our label is found in the product. And also we are an audited FDA site. So they check, if you are going to have these type of products that have medical claim, we have to be checked to say that, yes, what products have been used, the ingredients, the expiry, the traceability, of course, the bacteria, everything has to be checked when you're an FDA check site, let's say audited site. But we're proud, and we also have I think I mentioned we're the largest producer of organic certified formulation by EcoCert, Cosmos Organic, which we're very proud. So we do a lot of products that you've seen in the media. Around the world. We're proud to say that we've been featured in so many magazines. And of course, our new products is our surface disinfectant. It's only available in Canada. It just came out last week. It smells amazing. It's orange, and it's completely 100% natural and no chemicals. Again, we want to stay away from chemicals to be sustainable. And the beauty with this is you're not going to damage your surface. A lot of those products that have chemicals, as soon as you apply it, even on your wheel, your wheel in your car, you apply and you see the leather gets damaged. Well, this formulation, it smells oranges, it smells amazing, and plus it does not damage on long term like other chemicals would do. We are also proud to say that we're the producer of Laboratoire Druide. So we are the Laboratoire Druide, so we produce all the organic certified baby products. We were featured in the a consumer protection magazine as top products in Pure for very sensitive skin. And of course, we have organic eau de toilette, very, very unique product category, deodorant, and so on. SPF, that is mineral. We also are proud to have the Laboratoire Nelly de Wurst as well. In the same facility, we produce all the Nelly de Wurst product that you see in the spas and medical spas worldwide. I want to say a big thank you to all of you for your time today, and I hope that that gave you a few answers. And if you do have any questions, please email me directly. You can go at info@druidebio.com. So Druide, D-R-U-I-D-E, bio, B-I-O.com. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.